step into a world of wonder and whispers, where stories live on every shelf. Imagine a grand, cozy library, so big that the bookshelves seem to touch the sky. This is where our adventure with two best friends, Leo and Mia, begins. As they pushed open the heavy wooden doors, a warm, gentle light welcomed them. The air smelled of old paper and endless possibilities. It was a magical place, a palace made of books. Leo's eyes widened. "Wow, Mia, look at all these books!" "There must be 1,000,000 of them," he whispered, his voice filled with excitement. Mia giggled softly, her finger pressed to her lips. Leo. "We have to be quiet in the library." They tiptoed past towering shelves, their footsteps muffled by the thick, soft carpet. Each section was like a different country. There was a land of history, a kingdom of science, and a universe of fantasy. They explored every nook and cranny. Leo ran his fingers along the spines of books in the adventure section. He dreamed of pirates sailing the 7 seas and astronauts exploring distant galaxies. "I love stories that take you to other worlds," he whispered to Mia, pulling out a book with a shiny spaceship on the cover. The title read, "The Last Star Voyager." His imagination was already soaring through nebulas and asteroid fields. Mia, on the other hand, was drawn to a corner filled with bright, colorful covers. This was the land of magical creatures. She found a book with a sparkling unicorn on the front, its horn glowing with a rainbow light. The pages were filled with illustrations of graceful fairies, mischievous pixies, and majestic dragons. "Look, Leo," she breathed, her eyes sparkling. "This one is about a secret garden where all the magical creatures live together." With their treasures in hand, they found a quiet spot at a large, polished wooden table. The sunlight streamed through a tall window, making dust motes dance in the air like tiny fairies. Leo carefully opened his book, tracing the constellations on the star map inside. Mia turned the pages of her book, enchanted by the beautiful drawings of griffins and phoenixes. "You know, my mom told me we have to be super careful with library books," Mia said, looking up from her reading. "They don't belong to us, so we have to treat them like special guests." Leo nodded seriously. "Yeah, and we have to be quiet so we don't disturb other people who are reading. It's like a secret rule of the library." They talked about the other rules too. How you should never write or draw in the books, and how important it was to use a bookmark instead of folding the corners of the pages. "And we have to remember to bring them back on time," Leo added, pointing to the due date stamped inside his book. "That way, someone else can have an adventure with this Star Voyager too." They understood that the library was a shared treasure chest, and everyone had a part to play in keeping it wonderful. For the rest of the afternoon, the only sounds were the soft rustle of turning pages and the quiet hum of 100 different stories waiting to be told. Leo journeyed through distant galaxies and Mia danced with fairies in an enchanted forest. They sat side by side, lost in their own worlds, yet together in their love for reading. The library wasn't just a building full of books. It was a place where friendships grew, imaginations took flight, and every quiet corner held the promise of a new adventure. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the room, Leo and Mia knew they would be back again very soon, ready to discover more secrets hidden on the shelves. What kinds of stories do you love to discover in the library? Share your favorite genre in the comments below. If you enjoyed this little adventure, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more magical stories. Thanks for watching.